as we move forward into this climate, you're going to have several different platforms that's going to require you to be able to purchase Bitcoin, crypto, and to be able to find your address, to be able to open up a wallet and those different things. So we just want to help more people, educate them on doing so. So we're going to probably touch on that a little bit today and as much as we can in our hour, because we always seem like the hour goes by real fast, especially when you're doing this. All right. So let's talk crypto. That's what we're all about, you guys. We don't just talk about it, we be about it. We're going to help you, like I said before. Any problems, any situation, if I don't know, I'll research it. If I can't find the answer, I'll go tap into somebody that knows a little bit more than I do about this. I'm not the end all, the be all, but I have been fully engulfed full time. I'm not a full time person, teacher, trainer of cryptocurrency, but I've been in cryptocurrency since 2014, and I've dedicated day in and day out researching, trying to figure out, understand how this works. So now that I've got a good grasp on it, I want to help more people. If you try, you normally can get the outcome you're looking for. They say nothing beats a failure but a try. If you just try. So that's what we're here, is to change your mind, change the way you think, so you can change the way you earn. All right. So today what we're going to talk about, we're going to check the market. We're going to give you a little vision of what I've studied, what I picked up this week, and drop some crumbs if possible. It's the grocery store policy. You pick them up, you use them, all you can use. If you can't use it, then leave it on the shelf. No problem. We're going to go through CoinDesk, Cointelegraph. We're going to talk about wallets, because we got some things going on with wallets. And we talked yesterday about custodial and non-custodial, what it really means. You guys might want to write that term down if you weren't here yesterday and go look it up, and we'll reiterate it in the between time. But cryptocurrency wallets is an exchange. We got a video, and we're going to go through that as well. But we're going to actually, you guys, once we get down to the nitty gritty, what most people want to know is, how can I create multiple wallets with one wallet? Now, we picked blockchain wallet, and the reason why we picked blockchain wallet is because some of us are using Crypto 300 as our, I would say, investment program. And not only that, but big investor. And we want to know how we can manage multiple accounts from one location. Say if you had an account for your grandmother, account for your brother, your sister, or somebody, and you could have that one wallet, but create multiple addresses. Now, there are some other wallets that can do that and have that feature, and we'll talk about those later. But today we're going to focus on blockchain wallet, because blockchain wallet is actually acceptable to the Club 300, and it's acceptable to the big investor program. So we're going to get into that. Bitcoin itself, Bitcoin is trying to move back up. You know, it's still flirting with that 12,000. They're saying that it's starting to act like a stable coin, because it keeps going back to the same old place, and it's not really making those exponential gains like everybody is expecting Bitcoin to do. But you know what? That's what Bitcoin, it never does what you expect it to do. When you don't expect it to happen, that's when it comes out of nowhere and it just goes to the moon. So my thing is, be ye ready at any time. Always consistently dollar cost averaging, getting you a little bit of crypto out there, whether you're doing these different types of programs, MLS, whatever program that you're doing, that can help you acquire more Bitcoin. And that's the name of the game, to get the big coins, to get the Bitcoins. That's what it is. Everybody is pursuing that digital goal. Now, Ethereum is on a tear. Everything out there, pretty much, if you're on the DeFi, is based off of Ethereum. So the use case for Ethereum is growing. More and more different businesses are jumping in, and they're opening up lanes for Ethereum using what starts with a D. What is Ethereum known for? Two big things Ethereum is known for. Not only creating tokens and other tokens, but it starts with a D. We talked about it yesterday.
DeFi?
We're going to talk about it. What do you say?
DeFi?
DeFi, yeah. DeFi is, Ethereum is known for DeFi, that financial, decentralized finance. That was a word kind of like banks. They can lend, they can loan, all the features that the banks do, but they do it with 100% transparency and anonymity. You don't have to have a credit score. You don't have to have an email address. You don't have to put your identity or any of that stuff. You can do it all on the blockchain anonymously and receive, interest or whatever that you're doing, just like the banks. And so the other D word I was looking for was DApps, decentralized apps. Ethereum is the author and creator of decentralized apps. That's being able to act on the blockchain and do specific different tasks that whatever it was created for to do. Ethereum is the master of that. Another thing that Ethereum is known for and is very big is smart contracts. Smart contracts is the next wave, the next move is really big in the industry. And for when you create a smart contract, it removes the middleman. There's no one in the middle. Whatever you execute that contract to do, it will do it. Once you launch it out on the blockchain, it cannot be changed. It cannot be changed. It's set in stone. If it says, if you do this, you will get that. As long as you do this, it will trigger and do exactly what it was written to do. It's all code written inside the blockchain. And then normally, you guys, the only thing we do with CoinMarketCap is we just go and see a little snapshot of how things are moving. Right now, everything is pretty much green. You got a few little reds in there. Like I said, I always like to see when Bitcoin is up, who's going down. When Bitcoin is down, who's going up. You always want to take a note of that, because when you jump on and then you see the market and there's some major moves, if they're talking Bitcoin's about to go up, those coins that are tokens that normally react according to what crypto or Bitcoin is doing, they will pretty much follow the same pattern. Now, is it a guaranteed rule all the time? No, it's not. But I'm telling you, if you take some of those variables and put them in place, you have a better chance of following the movement and being able to get a better outcome or result of what you're trying to do. If you're trading or if you're just holding, then you get to see the market for itself and you get a taste of how everything is moving. So like I said, a couple coins and tokens, keep your eyes on. Binance is doing some big things. They're making some moves. If you're one of those people that like the dollar cost into it and buy a little bit here, buy a little bit there, it's something that you might want to put on your radar. One we talked about the last couple of days, Tron. Tron's got some big stuff on the table, and they're trying to launch out with their network and competitive with Ethereum. So, I put a couple of Trons in my portfolio. And then who was that? Was that Stephanie that said DeFi? Was that Stephanie? It sounded like Stephanie. I don't know if it was Stephanie or not. But
that was Lena.
That was Lena. Okay, Miss Lena. I'm sorry. Miss Lena. So in the DeFi world, so now CoinMarketCap has added a section just new that you can track the DeFi. Just like we track the regular coins and tokens, we track the top DeFi, the centralized finance tokens. And number one in that space is Chainlink. If you don't have any Chainlink, it might be a good time. The Chainlink army is moving out, and if you're not a part of it, you might just miss out. We call that FOMO, fear of missing out. Fear of missing out. Have you ever experienced that? I know I have, especially on the average when I see some of these things going up and just moving, and I seen it and I said, you know what? I should have got some of that. So AVA is a lending token. You see it's up 12%. And I always ask people this: you don't believe in crypto, you believe in putting your money in the bank, and you believe in holding in the bank. Why? Because that's what you was taught. You don't know no better. You just do what they teach you to do. But then when someone shows you something different, then you hesitate to take it to change. So why is that? It's because you don't have faith. Most people operate on faith, either faith or fear. So you're in the bank because you have a fear that you just want to put somewhere safe that you don't lose money. But how do you make money? The people that are making money, they're operating in the areas of high risk. Your 401k, very high risk. You don't think it is, but it is. The reason why you don't think it is because they bring you back the small percentage gains and they say, we're going to give you this over a long, long period of time. But you're not seeing what they're actually making in a short period of time, investing your monies in different things in high risk places, on high stocks and different things like that. My thing is, once you know better, you got to do better. If you can do that for me, how come I can't do it for myself? How come if I don't want to do it for myself, how come I can't take my money and take it to somebody who I trust, who I believe in, not just because my company picked this for me? Just because you originated and started there don't mean you have to stay there. We talked about this week, COVID, that COVID code. You can actually go tap into your 401ks and IRAs and different things like that and not have to pay the same penalties under the COVID code, because now they're giving you access to that money to be able to use for your day-to-day life. Now, I'm not your accountant or your tax preparer or anything like that. You might want to talk to them and get the proper approach. But I do know for a fact, Fidelity, which most of us, if you were in the working world, a lot of the companies are tied in with Fidelity and whoever other branch 401k that they have, that they are allowing people to be able to call up and be able to tap into some of that money. I don't know, some of you guys got millions sitting there. By the time you have access to it, it'll look like $1 million, but it won't feel like $1 million. Another one that's on this, Chainlink, Maker, a big one, Syntex, that's the one I told you guys the other day that had my initials, SAN. You see, it's moving up the charts. I still haven't bought any, but it still keeps showing me that it's growing. It's at number 4 when the other day it was down there at like number 8, number 10, way down. And it's done moved up to number 4. So might be something I want to look at. Might be something I want to put on the radar. But Yearn Finance, you guys, I looked at this 4 days ago. To get one Yearn Finance, it was $6,000. 3 days later, it was $10,000. Today, it's $15,000. So from 6, it ain't even been a full week yet. So it went from 6,000 something to 15,000. Now, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it did, but I took at least $100 and got some. Do you have to go buy the whole $15,000 worth? No, you don't. You can buy fractions. Everything in crypto is broken down to 8 decimals. If you want to buy 50% worth, now you might spend $1 in transaction fees, but if you want to buy 10 cent worth, you can do it. So it's no excuse. You say, well, I don't have $100. I don't have $500. Do you have $2? What is your $2 doing in your piggy bank? Is it earning for you? Imagine getting 42% return on your $5. I don't even know. Like I said, our whole purpose here is just to scratch your head a little bit, get you to open up. Band protocols, another one that they're talking big on. We're not going to spend too much time on this, but CoinDesk, another place where we hang out. CoinDesk is just for information, news. In order to get your faith up and your belief up, you got to get out here and see what's going on. You got to hear it. You got to see what the community, the big picture is. And CoinDesk is a place they do a lot of information, up-to-date information, what's going on. And you can go through and read those different articles on that as well. And another place that we like to hang out on, you guys, is Cointelegraph. And these are just 2 or 3 places that I like to go through just to get some information and all that. But it's saying that 50K Bitcoin is reasonable if BTC hits a new high, says Tony Vase. Now, believe none of what you hear, half of what you see, all of what you know. If you don't know it for yourself, then I would say don't believe it. You have to. Now, I believe that within the next year or two, 2022 and 2023, Bitcoin will hit 50 or more. I believe it. Now, some people are saying by the end of this year, that Bitcoin should hit 20,000 plus or whatever. So I don't know, but it's at 11 something right now. How many of you guys own one Bitcoin? Does anybody on this call own one Bitcoin? Just one. Does anybody own a half a Bitcoin? Huh? Yeah.
You own it.
What you say?
I said you own it.
I'm saying anybody on this call other than me. Does anybody own a half a Bitcoin? Does anybody own Bitcoin crumbs? How about some Bitcoin chunks?
I got some crumbs.
Yes.
You got some Bitcoin dust?
Yes.
Look, I don't care what kind you got. Just get you some now. Just get you some. And what I use these platforms too is they always show you the most popular and the ones that are kind of like blue chip stock. When you look at the top of the ticker up here, Bitcoin, and I always ask myself when I'm looking in my portfolio, do I have a little bit of this? Now, you don't have to have a whole bunch. I'm just saying to position yourself in this thing, just acquire a little bit, a diverse portfolio. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, those four right there, you can pretty much be assured that they're going to gain. Maybe they're not going to be fast gains, but whatever gains you're getting right now at BB&T, whatever you're getting at Bank of America, whatever you're getting at Chase or whatever is not gains. You're not getting gains. Hey, babe, what's the name of that bank you get the stock things like 4 cents every month or so? I don't know what the name of Vanguard or something crazy. You know, she gets like 4 cents every month from them. And I'm like, what's the name of the bank?
For what?
That you get the dividends or whatever.
Oh, Mellon.
Mellon Bank. Mellon Bank. Yeah. And hey, their little pennies, whatever, they add up. I mean, maybe 200 or 300 years from now, they'll be worth something. But
my 4 shares just earned me 62 cents.
Yeah, 4 shares. She got 62 cents this share. And I mean, you know, maybe you guys are getting some good percentages, but you're not getting the percentages that you can get if you would shift and move. And like I said, I'm not your financial advisor, but take a look at it. It's risk. Any risk is risk, okay? But it's calculated risk. You got to calculate it. You got to weigh the costs. What are you really losing? Well, you ain't using it. And if you take it out later on, you're going to lose most of it anyway. I would take my chances on growing it right now, which I did. I took all mine out when I got my stimulus check. And, you know, I wasn't fortunate enough to make more to not like some of my friends. Some of my friends didn't even get a stimulus check because they made too much money. And I want to have that problem one day. But I didn't have that problem. So when I got my stimulus check, I took I took both for our stimulus checks. I took 24,000 and made, 2,400 and made 25,000. So how did I do it? I did it in crypto. Even if you go right now and you take, they'll even show you that most of this money that's fluctuating in crypto came from stimulus checks. People took those stimulus checks and they bought some Bitcoin. And those people that invested that $1,200 is somewhere right now up to about $8,000 to $9,000. And what did they do? All they did was took that $1,200 and put it into Bitcoin and sat it in their wallet and let it sit. When they bought Bitcoin, it was around 8,000 something, maybe 9,000 something. And then now it's up to 11, 12,000 something. So they got some gains on their money. Their money grew and increased. So, and then if you're in some programs like we are in, we could show you how to compound the interest and show you how to do that. And we're going to talk about that later on too. Let me see where we're at. All right. So on this CoinDesk, I want to show you guys this that I missed. Yesterday, it was all red, you guys. It didn't look too good. There was not but 2 green spots on the screen. As you can see today, what a difference 24 hours make. You know, sometimes you ain't feeling too good. You're going through some things, and you say, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go lay down and make it to tomorrow. Lord, just let me make it to tomorrow and make it a better day than it was yesterday. So today is a better day than it was yesterday. as you got, look, yesterday, what was popping big yesterday? Chainlink. Chainlink was popping big. It was green. I pretty much, out of everything, it was green. And then you had some stable coins, USD coins that were, green. Even though they show red, they're not really down because they don't move that much from the dollar. They pretty much stay on the dollar. They're just showing the buying, like so many people buying and then so many people selling. So it's down right now. Reason why it's down is because when Bitcoin starts to go down, dropping, and all the altcoins are dropping, what people do is they jump into the stable coins because they want to reserve their profits. Right now, they don't care nothing about stable coins. They want to go make these profits. That's why you see these greens going on. So take a snapshot, look at them. Like I said, get it into your memory banks. That's going to help you recall these things. When people say, well, how did you know about that? I said, I've been watching it forever. I'm familiar with it. Even though I don't know everything about it, I'm familiar with the movement. You don't have to go out here and run these graphs and those things are great. It's going to, every tool, every instrument that you learn in crypto is going to help you get even better with crypto. But I'm just one of those people to say, hey, I don't have to know everything about everything. I don't have to know how it works. All I have to do is really put myself in the middle of it. And as I start to become more familiar with it, God, I believe God gives you discernment on certain things and luck. It's about luck too. So, when I made my money on Omise Go, OMG, and I'm gonna show you guys OMG today, right now. Omise Go is OMG is the ticker, OMG. But when I made my money on OMG, I was at the right place at the right time. It's up 45% today, guys. And we've talked about OMG. Miss Rose was trying to get some OMG the other day. And, she didn't press. You got to press too. When you don't know something, you got to press. She asked me about it. And she said, saying, I tried to get some OMG. I tried to get this. But she didn't say, hey, Sam, you need to help me. Let's set up an appointment. Not saying she did anything wrong. But if we had stuck to her getting some, she would have reaped the benefits from that 45%. But she would say, I wanted some. And that was the last I talked to her about it. I don't know if she got some. Hopefully she did. But it's up 45%. How would you like to have your $100 go up 45%? If you had $1,000 in OMG, what would it look like at a 45% increase? Look kind of good to me. Look, it's on a up tear. And see, when I made my money on OMG, that's the same thing. I caught it. I seen it go right up like this. I seen it and I caught it right here, and it kept going and going and going and going. And then I dropped 1,000 on it. Then I dropped another 1,000 on it, and it just went all the way up. It went from 69 cents to like $29 in a short period of time while I was watching it. Now, will that happen? Can you duplicate that again? Probably not. It was mostly luck, but I was in the right place at the right time. Why? Because I did the same routines every day. I'll go in and I'll look at these different coins that I'm following, and I'll check the market. I'll recognize, hey, this was down yesterday. And then tomorrow when I come into OMG or whatever, it might drop down here. And then I say, you know what? That's a good chance. That's a good entry point. And I'm going to jump back in and take a risk. Now, is it guaranteed that you're going to make money? If you jump on it today, it might go south. You never know. But guess what? It could keep going. Because what I like to do also is I like to see the all-time high. The all-time high was 28.35. So the all-time low was 31 cents. So my thing is, I always ask myself, do I have enough confidence in this token or coin that it will go back to where it was? If I'm looking at the industry, I'm looking at what they're doing out here with these companies and the partnerships, what it was created for. Are they moving towards the prototype? Is it working? The network, and all those different things. I ask myself questions, And if I can give myself good answers to that, I say, yeah, I'm feeling confident. I'm gonna go for it. Just like a gambler. This is gambling at a high level because that's the reason why people don't like cryptocurrency. Is very volatile. But if you approach it in the right way with the right mindset, one thing, never put in more than you're willing to lose. Some days I'm willing to lose 10 cents, and some days I ain't willing to lose nothing. Okay? So some days I'm feeling like, hey, drop it like it's hot. And then some days I'm like, shh, I just have to wait on that one. I need to build my confidence up. So the wallet that I wanted to talk to you guys about, the one that is going to benefit you guys today and what we're doing and moving forward, we're going to skip over crypto wallets and exchanges. You do need to know the difference between crypto wallets and exchanges. But the last 30 minutes, I want to get into how to create multiple wallets within the blockchain wallet. Now, this wallet right here, guys, it's not like your normal wallet. Your login ID is a big long chain of information. If you lose that chain of information, you can get back, but you're gonna have to go through some hoops. Crypto is very secure in the most part. For the most part, it's very secure. But no bank, no person, no institution is gonna be able. You're gonna be able to call them up and say, "Hey, can you give me my 12 words or whatever that login was?" Now, with blockchain wallet, you have a little bit of recourse. Sometimes you can, if you know some of the information, that they'll send you some of the information. But if you don't keep good records, and that's what you got to do. I think somebody had hit me up the other day and said, hey, I tried all my 12 words and some of my major accounts that I set up different addresses and links, I can't get in there. And they hit me up and said, and I can't help you either.
Yeah, that was me. And I had lost everything on my new phone and when I was trying to go back on my accounts, I've written everything down exact, and I had different information spread out in different areas of my house.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to, and they all have the same information. When I put that information in there, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. It's not going through. And you know what the good thing is? I took everything out of everything out of that wallet, and I put it into my new wallet where I can take money out. Okay, long story short, I can just open up another wallet now because I took everything out except for a few dollars that you always told us to keep a few dollars in my account. So I did, but I took the most of it out and put it in another wallet. So that saved
awesome.
me.
That's awesome. I mean, I've been sick several times. I've been locked out of wallets and then forgot. I don't know. It might have been, I don't know if it was Lala or somebody. Oh, it was Miss Gloria Coleman. I was helping her do something in Million Money and she couldn't access her wallet. And I went and did something with my wallet and deleted everything. I was so sick. I was sick as man, that's a bad feeling. And then how about being able to see everything in your wallet, but can't touch it, can't withdraw nothing out because you done lost the 2FA. When you're moving stuff over on your phone, now these are little things that you need to prepare, and someone needs to, if you don't know and something happens, then now you're screwed. So someone should be out there asking you questions. Hey, when you make sure when you get a new phone that you move your Google authenticators over, make sure everything. Matter of fact, when I had my screens fixed, I made sure I had both of them at the same time. So before I completely wiped that phone, I wanted to make sure everything on this phone was working when it came to that crypto. Because once it's lost, there's no retrieval. There's a lot of Bitcoins out there floating right now. One guy has 7,500 Bitcoins on his hard drive that he threw his computer away and forgot to get it. This was back in the day. forgot to get his Bitcoins off, and they say it's under 3 tons of garbage in somewhere, I think it's in New York or somewhere. I said,
Wow.
man, I'll be out there every day trying to find that hard drive. They said, why you at the dump every day? I said, well, we'll find that. But imagine, now this is when Bitcoins was like pennies, 3 cents, whatever. He had 7,500
Wow.
and can't access it. There is a lot of crypto out there that's going to be floating, and no one can get it. When I sent my Bitcoins to a Bitcoin Cash address, I sent $2,800. They told me that even when it goes to the wrong address, this is when Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin was pretty much almost the same. You can't really make that mistake now because they changed the symbols and some different things with the code to where you can't make that mistake. But back then it was still pioneer stage. It's still pioneer stage, but right now they changed a lot of things that help people now moving forward. But they told me unless I had $10,000 plus or more, they wouldn't even raise a finger to go look for it. So all I had was 28, and then now you know they're gonna get a commission of it if they go get it, because they will go into the blockchain and find it and retrieve it. Stuff that your bank, you see, if that happened at your bank, you wouldn't have that issue. And some people, well, that's why I'm not getting into crypto. Yeah, there's some pros and there's some cons. For everything they're giving you, think about the stuff that you don't know that they're taking from you. Okay, that's why it's centralized. You got centralized, which is controlled, and you got decentralized, which is open source, transparent. Which one sounds better to you? Well, our banking system is centralized, controlled. It comes with a cost, as you guys know, living in the United States. So let me get to this real quick, because I'll talk you guys until next week. Here it is. I'm gonna log in. You got to have your long string. When you go in there, you sign up with your email. Real simple, not real complicated. I like this wallet, but I'm going to tell you, if you're a person who is very fallible and like to mess up stuff and lose stuff, then this is a wallet you might not want to mess with, okay? If you don't keep your stuff, you're going to lose it, and you're going to be crying the blues, because my first 3 to 4 months, I started with blockchain wallet, and I found out the hard way. Ask me to this day, do I use blockchain wallet? No, I don't. Some of you guys are better than me. I'm not very organized. Ask my wife. I just started taking my 12 words and those things and putting them up in the safe deposit box or whatever and leaving it there for future references, because you never know. Your computer might reset, your phone might do something, and you need to be able to restore this stuff back. You can always restore it back, but you got to have the information. So what I've learned, and I couldn't find it the other day, but like anything else, I go to the University of YouTube and I say, I want to be able to share information with you guys of what I've learned. So this is what you do. Once you get in, okay, and you click on Bitcoin, you click on the Bitcoin. Now over to the top, and I know Lala said you're moving too fast. Yeah, it ain't that hard. You get in, you click on Bitcoin, okay? You get in, you click on Bitcoin. And to the far right, there's a gear shift that says settings or whatever. And you go down 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a drop-down box that says wallet addresses. You click there, all right? Now you have a default wallet. That's the wallet that when they showed you send and receive, that's your default wallet where it's going to come in. Now, when you want to add, you can change the name. How you change the name? You go to manage on this side right here. You click manage and you see the addresses right here. Well, you know what? It's not showing me the default wallet change the name, but we're going to leave that right there. So that's oh yeah, it is. It's right here. It's edit. Edit. So I'm going to rename it. Oops, I'm typing on the wrong computer. Let me type on this computer. This used to be my one. My wife said I'm always going to check that one right there. I call it Big Daddy. Hey, where all that money go to? Big Daddy. Big Daddy. That's where it's at. It's at Big Daddy. Okay. So now, okay, when I want to add a new address, I'm gonna add a new address, right? And then I'm gonna go over here and edit the name. And it's gonna be called grandchild 1. Oh, my wife said big mama. Big.
That's right.
It won't be nothing in that account, okay? Big mama. It won't be much in there. I'll put some crumbs over there. So now I got this one up here. It didn't put my name up there. New address. Oh yeah, it did. It's up here. It's up here. My bad. And then you have your big mama, and then you can add more, okay, you guys, and go in there. Now, these are the wallet addresses. Now, what I do is I have a spreadsheet, Google Docs, and I will put blockchain wallet, the address, the website that I'm invested in or I'm working on. I put the amount I started with, you know, because look, and I show you what I did. It wasn't 2006. I think it's 2016, 2018. I tracked everything, every penny. And at one time I had over 100 grand invested out there in cryptocurrency. And you know, the 1,000 here, $2 and $50 here, and 1,000 and 500 there, all that stuff adds up. All of it adds up. And then I would track when I would go to that wallet or on that platform and see the growth of it. Because I was doing cloud mining too. Cloud mining, I was investing 10,000 and I was making like 1,000 or 2,000 a day. This was when Bitcoin was going up to like 20,000. Now those they're not giving you big contracts, lifetime contracts. A lot of that stuff that was big back then is not big now. ICOs, you could go into an ICO, invest $100 to $1,000 and get 30x to 40x gains. Now, finding those ICOs now is a little bit harder. Most of them are scam products and da-da-da. After a while, they figured out the industry and they moved to something else. What's big now? What's big now is DeFi. The big thing is DeFi. Now, if I was a person trying to get into crypto and trying to make some exponential gains real quick, I would start learning and reading everything about DeFi. And you already know what the #1 coin in DeFi is, right? You guys already know what it is, right?
Wait a minute.
Ethereum?
Nope. Now, Ethereum, all those DeFi tokens and coins are based off of Ethereum. Yes, they're created from Ethereum, but I'm talking about their specific name and tokens. Remember, I told you if you want to know what's big in DeFi, if you go to CoinMarketCap, when you go over here, they have a specific section that says DeFi right here, new, and you click on it, right? And then once it changes right here, let me close that down. And the #1 coin in DeFi is Chainlink.
Of course, yes.
Hey, look, I'm getting a new circle of friends. Chainlink.
I knew that.
Now, check this out, you guys.
Yesterday.
When you go in here, I guarantee you, half of you guys didn't see me do this like for the past 2 weeks. When I go in here and I say new, just added on a $400 million platform, just took their time to add a section to their platform says DeFi new. I mean, when God's speaking to you, you know, I used to believe that I was watching TV and I'll be watching movies and God be speaking to me through the movies, or he'll be showing me something and something. I really do believe that. And then I'm like, when something is showing, it's just popping up all in your face and you just ain't paying no attention. When you come in here, right? Let me go back. And I got a few more minutes. And hopefully I did show you guys how to go ahead and add those things. So I did my job for the day. So now I'm just talking. It says right here, earn up to $10 in BAN. Now, when Coinbase released the list of the new coins that they're getting ready to host on Coinbase. I'm going to say it again. Coinbase just released the new list of the coins that coins and tokens that they're going to be releasing in the next up and coming months on Coinbase. I said that to a person and they made $20,000 to $30,000. If you see it pop up, go look at it. Whatever you feel comfortable with, get some. Because some reason, maybe because everybody and their grandma's on Coinbase, and when they see something pop up, they just buy it. They don't know what it is. They don't know if it has value. They just buy it, because if Coinbase is going to take the time to do the research, they're not going to just put any garbage tokens and coins on their site. They have too much to lose for that. So that's just the mindset and thought pattern. But this right here, band, they're saying, look, you can earn up to $10 a band if you go and learn on this. We want to do what Coinbase is doing. We want to give you a little something so you can go learn. Now, Band is a DeFi token that is on the up and coming. How do I know? Because I go and watch the videos on DeFi, and when they said crypto was it, and it could be the biggest thing since the gold rush, I have been sitting here for the last 6 years. I tell my grandkids, hey, cool if you want to go to college, whatever, but you need to learn everything you need to know about crypto. Whether you want to be a programmer, a coder, a blockchain guy, whatever it is, find something about crypto and learn it. Focus on it. That's any young person that I come, old person, whatever. If you want to change your direction, you don't want to have to worry about going out here and make your money work for you. There's a place that you can put $2 or $3, $5, $10, $100, and you can compound and multiply your money. How do I know? I do it every day, every week. I lose too. Now, I'm gonna keep it real. I lose too. Okay, but I win too. And if I said, what was I doing over here to really make that kind of money? The opportunity wasn't there. There wasn't so many facets unless I had a lot of money. In crypto, it's an equalizer. It's for everyone. It's open for all those people. No creed, no color, no excuses. If you take the time, get enough confidence, learn, because it is a learning curve. But everything if you don't keep your mind moving, my drill sergeant used to say the mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. So you have to keep an open mind. You have to keep moving. You can't get locked into the comfort zone. Everything that you need to prosper is on the outside of your comfort zone. Now, I don't like doing that. I don't like to read. You know what I do? I make my computer read to me. I go highlight it, click speech, and sit there. And while I'm sleeping, I'm still absorbing the information. But I'm listening to it all day long. So sooner or later, I'm getting it. I go to YouTube, and while I'm working around the house doing something, I'm listening to these guys that are studying the market. Now, you don't want to get too technical. Keep it simple, because a lot of people spend more time in learning mode than in activating mode. You want to go ahead and activate and then learn through your lessons. Sometimes you got to be willing to lose. Like Fantasia said, you got to lose to win. You got to lose to win. When we jumped into the 300 club, I ain't going to say I took a loss, but it was a lose. I learned from my losing situation. So now that there has been a reset, now I know what to win and how to win. I've studied it. I asked questions, and now I pretty much got it down pat. If you have money in your reset wallet, you guys, and I'm switching to Crypto 300 for the last couple of minutes.